Now the accounts from Common I was reading that you said it was your word. It was pretty graphic. I seen him come out and I seen he ain't really say nothing about it. He did a video the other day. What made you come out on Common right now and pretty much
because he knew Malik. He knew Malik and he knew that the Roots was using Malik and he ain't post nothing for my brother. Much as you like to be associated with the Roots, why ain't you posting about Malik? I told everybody my first post. You can go back and check my feed. I'll be watching.
So did Common sexually assault you?
I listen to me. I'm a rape survivor. I've been raped 7 times in my life. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've been sexually harassed. I've been gang raped twice. By the time I made it into the game, I was already traumatized. So I knew how to protect myself. Now, I'm not saying that women shouldn't report. I believe women should report. But the reason why most women don't report is because people always want, don't nobody ask nobody, did you really want your car to get stolen? Nobody says that to someone when your car gets stolen. Or did you really want to get stuck up? Nobody said, why were you carrying that Louis Vuitton bag? Why didn't you expect to get robbed? Nobody says that with other crimes. But when it's a sex assault, and you got to understand, when you're dealing in the game with this kind of stuff, the second that you speak out, your career is over. I went over there, I was tired, and I was talking to another female who he did the same thing to. So clearly this is an MO. You know, you come over, we supposed to be writing, we supposed to be working, we supposed to be kicking it, then you want to get handsy. I said it before, I'll say it again. I had just got finished performing at Black Lily. We left Hudson and Lake. We went to his place. Was it the Lower East Side or the Lower West Side? I can't remember now, but I know I did have to catch one of them gypsy cabs from Brooklyn at 5 a.m. in the morning when I got up out of there, so I could go to the 30th Street, Union Penn Station, to catch the train back to 30th Street to Philly, because I didn't take the van. I was staying at Commons. We supposed to be writing. I was on the album. I was on Like Water for Chocolate. The song with MC Light, he replaced me with MC Light after I was like, yo, let's just fall back. Let me get my shit on. I don't want anybody saying that I had to screw you to get on. Like this is, see, people don't understand. It's always important. It's been always important to me that I am a self-made woman. I ain't had to screw to get into the game. I didn't have to do none of that. No, like that was always it for me, because I wanted to be the example that you didn't have to do these things to get on, Ashanti. You didn't have to do these things. See what I'm saying? You ain't got it. You shouldn't have to. If you're talented, you should just be able to stand on your own merit. So I go to sleep with all my clothes on. Only my shoes was off. The sun was peeping through the window, and I remember I cracked my eye open, and I was like, "Oh!" And I felt this, like this, and I'm looking. I'm like, and I felt like a little crowded, you know, because I sleep real heavy, you know. So I'm coming from a fog, and then I look, and this nigga leaned over top of me, trying to stick his dick in my mouth. I know I sleep with my mouth open. I'm a heavy sleeper. Any man that's ever assaulted me knows that. They usually come in my sleep. See, you ain't gonna come to me with that head up, because I will fight you, and I will fuck you up. I will. I got the PTSD. I'm documented. I snap. I will. If I'm threatened, I will snap. I mean, I've gotten better at it, you know, in my older age, you know, because I don't put myself in situations that will open up that door so this monster can come out. My name isn't Jaguar for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? You mess around with this cage. When that cage door comes open, you got what you got. So most of my attackers never came to me awake. No, they wait for you to be asleep. See, which is why I learned how to sleep with my clothes on. Like I was talking about it on my WCW call in our WCW meet room on Wednesdays. You know what I mean? I learned early, and it's crazy because there were 3 other. Actually, there was definitely one other woman who had the exact same story as me, but from a whole nother context in rock and roll music.
Give the people a little history on who Jaguar Wright is, who don't know.
It's terrible because I'm so North Philly. Where I come from, talking on yourself usually is added up to you're jocking yourself. So I always I've struggled with that because I'm so many things. So what I'll say is because I'm such a different kind of person, just ask me whatever you want to ask me, and I can promise you I will answer you candidly and honestly with respect and integrity.
Sounds good.
No doubt. So, like he alluded to, you work with Jay-Z, The Roots.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, you done that.
I've done a lot of other things. I work with Al
Yeah.
Green too. I work with Terry Lynn Carrington too. I worked with Betty Wright, who was my mentor and spiritual advisor until the day that she died. She was my music mother. Shout out to Mother Betty. I miss you. I've worked with everybody. That's the thing. I've worked literally with everyone.
That's powerful. Malik B. Let's talk about him and what he meant. All right, as you refer to him as Malik, but I say Malik.
No, listen to me. Let's get that clear right now.
Okay.
Malik B, Malik B, and M Militant, all the same person.
That's right.
See, Malik was for the street. Malik was for hip hop. M Militant was the prophet, was the hip hop prophet. So all of his characters were named, but they were all him. They were indigenous to him. You know, that's the one thing that I loved about Malik, because he was just so much himself. You know, it made people uncomfortable, you know, to be around someone that's so absolute in who they are. He owned every second of his life, even his struggles with you know, addiction. He never lied about it. He never fronted on it. All the other people, oh no, I don't do that. I don't do it. Malik would pull out his stuff right in front of you. This is what I'm on today. Where the music at? Right. Malik B. I'm writing a piece for him. I haven't had a lot of time because all of this happened. I honestly wasn't expecting the world to embrace my stand the way that they are. I really wasn't. God came to me. I had a nervous breakdown after my son died, and I couldn't talk. I started stuttering. I would go to speak, and my words would leave my head. I couldn't even finish a sentence. I couldn't sing. I couldn't remember my own lyrics. And God came to me one night and he said, I will give you your voice back. I will give you your mind back when you do what I told you to do. You got to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You can spare no one. This is my will. This is what you do if you want your voice back.
So I guess we could jump to it. Why do you feel you had to come out and defend Malik B?
Somebody had to.
Okay.
Tariq didn't.
Can you give us the backstory? Can you give us the whole backstory? Can you give us the backstory of everything that went down?
I ain't got enough time for all that. You're gonna have to read the book or see the documentary that I'm filming. I made up my mind. I'm going to do the documentary. Okay. It's going to be called Digging Up the Roots. And I will be sharing my story and other stories with other women that have been affected by their careless and reckless manner. We were artists just as brilliant as you, some of us more brilliant than you. And you treated us subservient because we were women. You know, you treated us like wet nurses. You treated us like maids. We weren't your maids. We weren't there to clean up your messes and make and just there to make you look good. And then you put us back in the closet. See, the misogyny is so out of control when it comes to all of this. Malik was the only man in that group, in that collective, that treated the women like equals. Only. So for me, I had to speak up and say something because he would have done it for me, because he did do it for me. See.
So was it his death that kind of just motivated you to just go ahead and tell your truth all the way through?
It was his death. You see, I lost 3 people that week.
Oh, wow.
My cousin died on his 43rd birthday, almost to the minute. He literally only lived 43 years. He died in a car crash on Roosevelt Boulevard. And then we had to get through that. I had to get myself emotionally ready for that. We were going to go up there. But then my family members started testing positive for the COVID. I'm like, I got work to do. My cousin wouldn't want me to come up here, catch the COVID, and not be able to get my money.
Yeah.
You know, so I attended via Zoom. And then that's when the word came down. I found out that Damon Miley from Black Male, aka No Question, who was the last male group signed to Uncle Kenny's label, Philadelphia International, back in the 90s. They were the last group signed by Philly International. People don't know about Damon Miley either. You know, Damon Miley was my singing partner. We used to always be up the Hollywood Palace. And you know, I knew he could sing. He knew I could sing. So we would team up and do Angela Renee or whatever. And we always won the talent shows, you know. And then we started coming into our careers in our late teens, and you know, and everybody did what they did. People don't know that Damon Miley was the one who did all the backgrounds for the High Five album and arranged those vocals. And my friend died alone in an abandoned house in West Philadelphia, yo. You know what I mean? If y'all want to really support real grinders, go to YouTube and put in Jaguar Wright and Damon Miley, DayminMiley, and watch that video and comment and share, because the least people can do is give this man his flowers in his death. He was brilliant. He was brilliant. And then I found out about Malik the same day.
Man.
So I had a funeral to attend on Tuesday for the Zoom with my cousin and all the COVID. And then 3 more people went to the funeral, got infected with the COVID. Yeah, see, I'm glad I didn't go. Right. And then so the next day we buried the cousin. And then I called my other cousin, like, yo, what's going on? She was like, oh, so I guess you heard about Malik. I was eating chicken. I almost choked myself to death on a bone. Now, we was family. We all lived together. We worked together. We did all of that. Why didn't the Roots call us individually? Why did I have to find out on Google that my brother died? It was ignorant to do that to us. And then they say, oh, don't say this because we're doing stuff behind the scene. Well, then you need to call people and let people know that you're doing something behind the scene. Don't sit up here. These fools, they still won't talk to me. I won't talk to nobody else, and they won't talk to me. I done dropped my number in inboxes. How you scared of a woman? You wasn't scared of me when you was using me. You wasn't scared of me when you was trying to slump my career because I was better than you. You weren't afraid to talk about me, talk to me. But you can't talk to me now. That's all right. I'll talk to NBC for you. Promise you that. Bet that. Malik B is legacy. Malik B is the root. Malik B is the reason why they made it to Things Fall Apart, so that they could get the Grammy. Without Malik B, the Grammy would have never happened. Nobody was interested in them niggas. They was corny as fuck. You use Malik for his street appeal. Malik B was a legend. He was like Bobby Fischer for hip hop in the streets of Philadelphia. You feel what I'm saying? Jean-Michel Basquiat. That's what Malik is to hip hop. Charlie Bird Parker. That's what Malik is to hip hop. I'm gonna tell you the thing that pissed me off more than anything. Everybody, R.I.P. Malik B, but don't nobody know why. Why are you celebrating someone and you don't know why? Usually, if you're celebrating someone, you know why you're celebrating them. All they know is he was the founding member of the Roots, and that was that. Oh, peace up, Malik B. Rest in peace, Malik B. But then I got 18 different MCs that hit me up in 10 days talking about, well, can you tell me about him? What song should I listen to? What verses? Listen to all of them because it was all his shit anyway, yo. Black Thought considered the number 5 rapper, greatest rappers of all time. Please put Malik B's name there because he did it using Malik's lyrics.